Hello everyone, my name is Alan Enraged, and this is the Monster Train Daily Challenge. Let's get started. Stygian Guard, Melting Remnant. Friendly units will enter with Endless. That's interesting with Melting Remnant because we will not be able to build Reform. Small Hands is always a hindrance, and start with Volatile Gauge. Fascinating. We can build spells, Stygian Guard, grab a bunch of 3-cost spells, and hope that they get reduced. So we're essentially drawing one extra card, because this is giving us +3, and this is giving us -2. I think we could definitely build a spells deck. We start with 2 3-cost cards, which is pretty great. I don't even think we need to build towards Offering, and we already have an incant unit, one of the better ones. Burnout 2 doesn't really hurt us since we have the Endless, so it just keeps us alive for that fight. See what our artifact is? We can silence units, or we can summon random units to the middle floor. We will not choose Sketches of Salvation. A lot of our units are already going to be pretty cheap with the dregs, and we'd much prefer having buffers for our champion. So silencing the units will be nice. And let's go towards... let's build Frostbite. We're gonna just gamble on the spells costing hopefully less than 3, so we don't need the spell cost reduction. Enemy units appearing on each floor. We have 2 Titan's Tooths. Titan's Teeth. I think we could make this work if we got a low enough cost Titan's Tooth within the first 2 turns. Yep, like just like there. Put a blocker in front. Kill this floor. Kill this floor. Set up our incant. We didn't need to play the incant first since we didn't play the spells on either of these floors. We just got a free 75 gold. We want that other 75 gold. This just saves us a turn. Starts incanting. We'll do some... extra damage here. So he'll die from the frostbite. He'll do no damage to the pyre. He'll do no damage to the pyre. The boss is coming. We're going to set up, play 1 spell for the armor. He's going to die, so we can just skip. We want the Ice Tornado. With the Volatile Gauge, the Ice Tornado has a higher potential to be useful than the Helical Crystals, although in a normal run here I would take the Helical Crystals. Almost skipped. Almost skipped. We have Endless, so if we endlessly apply Stealth to our champion, we can almost guarantee he'll never die. I think we want spell upgrades here. We'll check out the unit first. We definitely want the incant. We want to add damage to our ice tornado. We'll give permafrost to our Titan's Tooth. And we'll make... I don't even see the point. I wonder... I don't think it does. We'll re-roll here. We'll give extra damage and consume to a Frozen Lance. And pass. The spikes here would kill our champion, so we're going to skip it. Setting up here is more important than playing the Guardian Stone. It might have actually been the play, but I prefer having the endless stealth. This way we can guarantee he'll die in 2 turns, when he could die anytime. But this will get a little bit more damage. It doesn't really matter. We'll guarantee his death so we can apply that stealth. We did miss out on the gold on the top floor, and that's fine. We don't want to play anything else here. We're actually hoping to get a Guardian Stone, although I don't think it'll matter. We'll get some Rage. We'll play him here, since he's free. See? Oh, he did not. He did not apply stealth. That's fascinating. Now he dies. We want this Glacial Seal. We'll grab the Subsuming Blade. It can rack up a lot of damage this early on in the game. We don't need the health, so I don't like the idea of this way at all. So we'll grab a Remnant unit, start setting up a second floor. I don't suspect too many enemies will make it past the first floor. So I think Lady of the Reformed will be more useful with dregs behind her. And we'll start giving her some upgrades. I want her to have extra health. And a little bit extra damage. And then we'll purge a Train Steward. And check out the cave. We already have Endless, so this is literally useless. Silencing enemy units can be useful, but we already have a pretty high chance to silence. Applying Trample has very few possible benefits. But we'll grab it anyway. This is my least favorite Daedalus. Alright. It's unfortunate she costs so much. These are also costing too much once again. We'll start buffing the damage on that. We want him to die because he doesn't belong here. I'm interested by that silence. I feel like we aren't getting enough setup. Yeah, exactly like that. Hopefully the frostbite will carry us through on other floors. Alright, it was not elegant, but we made it. I like the idea of the frostbite spell. We'll see if it works. Should be nice on another floor. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd like the energy here, but to finish off the bottom floor, we need capacity. I would like to duplicate a card and remove cards. I want to duplicate the ice tornado. On the other hand, another Titan's Tooth. I would have preferred putting holdover on it rather than permafrost. Cold Celia helps out with our plan. We're gonna keep on with the frostbite plan. We would only swapped over for the sweep. Let's continue on. Spell shield 2. I don't like risking it here. Should have done that in the other order. Should have done. We have the boss coming. She'll go back to our hand next turn. They'll get one hit on the pyre, 5/5 damage. Should have played that first. But it worked out fine. This isn't particularly great, but when upgrade it could be. We're not going to take anything here. We benefit much greater from high cost spells. We're not missing enough life. So we're going to take the gold, the cave. It's basically a gamble. Remove something, get something. This could be good. If it ends up costing 0, we could completely reroll our hand. We'll consume a Frozen Lance. Still don't find the permafrost particularly great, but now that we have more gold, we can reroll. And I like the idea of making this cost more, but it doesn't matter. Being able to do that more often helps with our incant triggers. This is fine again. If we take a little damage, then finally a health floor will be useful. But ideally we get some cheap. Oh, he sweeps. It's a little unfortunate. Luckily we have Endless. We value our rage higher. And we can double incant trigger here. Get some 0 costs. We get the gold here. He's going to end up making it to the pyre most likely. I value this much higher. He won't do much damage by the time he makes it to the fire. We could actually kill him this turn. But I value getting extra damage on this floor higher. He sweeps too. That is unfortunate. I don't see much of a way around that. So we'll start stacking some frostbite on them. That was probably not useful. We have to figure out the best way to get damage out on them. But I'm just not seeing it. I think we lose this round. Sweep, the bane of Stygia. Alright, good game. That was our second failure on the daily run challenge. Daily challenge run. I'll see you next time, and if you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Maybe leave a comment at the bottom. Point out what I did wrong. If you can find out what it was.